Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the Eat Smart Workout Hard Show. I am your host, DanaSimone. Great lineup today, life-changing as always, because you know what I say, when you know better, you do better. I'm so proud to announce that we are adding another major component to the show called Common Sense. That's CENTS. Producer Tony thought that if we are transforming you spiritually, mentally, and physically, then we should also transform you financially. I've been working in the banking industry for over 23 years, so I will teach you some of the basics about financial literacy, including estate planning, credit reports, and investing. I will also share with you a budgeting system that I created called the dollar stretching concept. That way, you'll be able to take charge of yet another facet of your life and to take some of those exotic trips that the Travel Genie tells you all about. Yeah. Now on the show today, we have Keisha Sanders Robinson from Red Carpet Heels Handbags and Fashion Apparel, with a clothing demonstration of styles you can choose before, during, and after your amazing weight loss transformations. Then during our Ask the Doctor segment, we'll talk with psychiatrist Dr. Rubeena Mian about the effects of mental health and how it directly relates to our physical well-being. We'll also talk with Eat Smart's master trainer, Rondi Stickney, about her renowned lifestyle plan called Ditch the Diet. Then our ultimate transformation story is fitness competition judge Fran Thurman, who went from being fat to fit to competing on stage. Oh yeah, lots of fun today again, Transformers. So don't touch that dial. The Mic is Hot is up next. All right, it's time for the Mic is Hot. This segment features local news as well as questions that you have sent me to answer based solely upon my experience. But first, let's start with some praise news here in Bolingbrook. Congratulations to the Air Force Junior ROTC instructors and cadets of Unit Illinois 091 at Bolingbrook High School, who earned the highest rating possible following a recent unit evaluation. Wow. In addition to the overall exceeds standards rating, Cadet Wing Commander Linnea Calvert, Cadet Inspector General Demarius Paleo, Cadet Group Commander George Hansen, Cadet Logistics Officer Vanessa Arenas, and Cadet Public Affairs Officer Lita Sierra were recognized for their outstanding performance. The evaluation also noted that faculty instructors Lieutenant Colonel Dion Scaglione, Senior Master Sergeant Jim McMillan, and Master Sergeant Tim Sinevive have created a dynamic and supportive learning environment coupled with excellent community outreach. In addition, Bolingbrook High School senior Caitlin Maxson is among 22 students who received the Joliet Junior College High School Art Exhibition Award of Excellence this year. Maxson's earthenware clay creation is on display at Joliet Junior College, along with art created by Romeoville's high school students Marie De La Frinter, Alexis Giganti, Jessica Shaw, Vicky Zushkara, and Stephanie Zurita. Good job, Bolingbrook High and Romeoville High. Now, on to your questions. So, here's the first question. If you have a suicidal relative, how do you help them stay mentally healthy? And that's from Angie. So here's the thing about when you have someone who's sick or they have some kind of, they're on drugs or suicidal, as you said here. The thing is that never stop loving that relative. Pray for them, do what you need to do, but one thing don't do is don't isolate them. Don't shun them away. That's the worst thing you can do. Continue to isolate them, continue to make them feel like they're alone. That just sends them more and more into depression. But try to embrace them, try to keep them around, try to let them know that you love them. Now, a lot of times that you can't fix problems that a person has and they can only help themselves and they can only change their own mood, but don't make it worse for them. Try to continue to foster some type of relationship to keep them from going into their lows. We all have ebbs and flows, so just try to stick that out with them. Next thing. How do you stay motivated and diversify workouts? And that's from Lynn. So Lynn, here's the thing about me staying motivated. I'm committed. I'm completely committed. That's the first thing anybody has to do with their weight loss, whatever type of fitness plan it is. You got to be committed. You can't continue to go negotiate how you're going to look, where you're going to look, I'm going to eat this, I'm not going to eat that. You cannot do that. You have to stay committed. That's first and foremost for me. I also have mirrors in my house. I walk by them pretty often. And at some point, when you go by your mirror and you see just how nasty you looking and just how unfit you looking, that will keep you motivated. So I keep a lot of mirrors. Yep, I do. Exercise games. Many of you know that I do exercise games. I try to figure out a way where I'm not going to make excuses. I do an exercise game during Empire, Scandal, Grey's Anatomy, and How to Get Away with Murder. That's very motivating for me to use those 3 hours and that 1 hour on a Wednesday to make sure I get my exercise in. And then the other thing, it's seeing other people. Other people can be very good motivation for you to stay focused and to stay on track with what you're trying to do. Just look around. There'll be a lot of motivation out there. I am positive that there is a lot of motivation out there that will keep you on track. And let's look at this one. As a full-figure woman in transition, how can you determine what fashion style best supports your transformation? And that's from MJ. So MJ, look at this. However it is that you want to look, there's somebody who also has the same body shape, body figure as you. Look at magazines, look at celebrities, look at other people who have that look, who have that shape, who has that essence of what you're trying to achieve, and just cut those pictures out. And then let that be your basis, not your actual goal, but that's your basis. That's how you want to figure out just how you like looking as a full figure woman. Cut those pictures out. I don't care. Just post them up. You're not trying to be like them. What you're trying to do is find your style, find your own niche so that you can work it, girlfriend. Keep the questions coming. I really appreciate it. I will answer as many as I can on all these episodes. And of course, you can always check me out on any of social media. I'll answer your questions anytime. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back, welcome back. This is the part of the show that I get so excited about. Y'all know I love clothes and I love shoes, and if I could do this for the rest of my life, yes, I would. But I have a woman here who's probably just as passionate about fashion as I am. She is the founder and CEO of a boutique here in Chicago, Illinois that is called Red Carpet Heels Handbags and Fashion Apparel. I have Miss Keisha Sanders Robinson here with me today, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about fashion, her passion for it, also the story behind why she started her boutique. Also, we want to get into 3 body types to show you ladies how to make your transformation when you're doing your whole inside-out transformation and trying to look beautiful and build that self-esteem and just look rockin' hot when you hit the concrete. We got some people here today that's going to show you how to rock out your style, your own personal style. 3 body types, 3 different fashions. We're going to talk to Keisha. Please welcome her to the set, to the mighty twin-powered chairs, Miss Keisha Sanders Robinson.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Miss DanaSimone. How are you?
I am good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hi, everybody. How are you guys?
She's hot. Yep, check her out. Because y'all know y'all are head to toe. Yeah, I know. She looks great. Thank you. Have a seat.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. You know I'm excited.
Yes.
I just can't contain myself. We're going to be talking about fashion.
We are talking about fashion.
And you're probably just as passionate about it as I am.
I absolutely am.
So thinking about your store and why you started this store, it's amazing where you started from and where you got the idea to do this. I don't shop in malls. People know that you are not going to catch me in a shopping mall because, one, I don't have time. Two, I don't like people seeing, you know, I don't want to see anybody with the same thing that I got on.
That's right.
I like unique things, and I take my time picking things to wear.
Right.
I don't have a whole closet full of shoes because I'm not an impulse buyer.
Okay.
I buy shoes that fit like a glove.
Okay.
I'm very calculated when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Okay. A calculated shopper.
Yes, I am. Not an impulsive shopper. Otherwise, I might just be broke. Let's start with your story and why you opened your boutique and where you get all this passion to just make us all look so great.
Well, my boutique was an idea that my brother and I had when we were younger. We came from very humble beginnings. We didn't have much, but what we did have, we had art. We had art and we had the passion that we have for clothes and jewelry and shoes and everything. Yeah. So what we would do is we would sketch and we would draw these models with these huge hats and these nice long coats and these tall boots. Wow. And they would be so fabulous. And that was our escape from where we were. And it was just very important to us. It was in our hearts and in our soul.
Absolutely.
My brother, though, before we got a chance to open up the boutique, he did pass away from brain cancer. Wow, so that was really hard on me. Absolutely. So now I carry on the legacy for him and living out this dream.
And that's good. That's good that that didn't die out and that you didn't turn to something else. You know, you stuck to the chalk and the crayon.
I am going to continue. And I still have a sketchbook, and I have his sketchbook actually still.
Seriously?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
And so further down the line, I would love to get some of his creations into design.
It's going to happen.
I think
you kept it for a reason. You kept it for a reason.
I think so.
So we're going to talk to her about just clothes, different clothes types. You got 3 models here.
I do.
With different outfits, and we'll talk through some of those. I can't wait for people to see these. I can't wait to see them myself. This will be great. Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be great.
It's a pleasure, Dana.
Transformers, don't go away. We'll be right back with the clothing demonstration. You're going to love this. All right, Transformers, here we go. We are getting ready to show you all just how to dress. We got 3 body types here.
Yes, we do.
We're going to talk about the various different ways that you can accentuate whatever your asset is, okay? Different things have different styles and that you should be wearing with them. You can't make a transformation and still come out here looking like a skank. We just don't want that. You need to be a very sophisticated, classy type of chick out here.
Absolutely.
That just looks great. You know, the kind of chick that you take home to mama. That's what we want today. We're going to show you 3 different types. So stick around, get your pen and paper. I reminded you already about that. Here we go.
Our first model that we have coming out is Bianca. Bianca is wearing a black ensemble. She has the embellished leggings. And you see how they fit and they accentuate her assets. And she also has on a beautiful black peplum blazer. Nice, Bianca.
I do like that. I really like that because I don't wear thinner leggings. I don't wear thinner leggings. But these leggings, it's just enough to bling.
That's right.
Without all the checkers and whatever. You might be a checker girl, but checkers and all that ain't really class. This right here is class for that. Yeah.
It is.
All right. Thank you, Bianca.
Thanks, Bianca. We have our model, Stephanie. Stephanie is very tall and slender and beautiful. Look at those legs.
Yes, she is nothing but legs.
Legs for days, honey. And she is wearing a beautiful, flirty blue jean dress with a nice camel wool floppy hat.
Nice, nice.
Very nice.
I do like that dress. One, because it does, you know, again, you got to know what your asset is.
That's
and
right.
Her asset is her legs.
We're focusing on her
Everybody
legs.
can't wear those at all. It's just those, you're rocking those, and you should definitely show your legs. I truly
That's
like
right.
that. And then the floppy hat goes
Very
with the dress because
flirty.
it has the flounce bottom on the dress. And yeah, I too love that. Just enough jewelry that she has on there. She got her hair pulled out the hat. That's so classy. I love that.
Thank
you so much,
Thank you, Stephanie. Last but not least, we have our beautiful model, Charmaine.
Hey, Charmaine.
Charmaine is rocking very nice fitted. We call them jeggings. So they're very comfortable, and they're hugging her curves.
Yes.
But they're not too much. It's not too much being shown. And she also has on what I call a beautiful Pocahontas blouse. So she's rocking her Pocahontas look today, and she's covered, but she's sexy,
Yes.
and she's classy, she's curvaceous,
Absolutely.
and this is how we want you ladies to look out there.
And see, her cleavage. See, this is the thing. When you have boobs like that,
Yes.
I don't want to see all your boobs. I
Right.
just want to see just enough of that cleavage.
Yes.
Just enough to tease a dude.
Just a
Or
tease.
chick, whatever. Just enough. It don't need to be all out here. That's so classy. Gives
It is.
enough shape. I like how it goes out. You see how the belt is held up high here?
Right.
So that it looks like she has a higher torso.
It does.
And not that she has a lot going on below that belt. You want to definitely do that. And you want it long enough to cover up her hips and her butt. So that way it looks like one flowing piece of just
Absolutely.
wonderfulness. Okay, ladies?
Yes, own it, ladies.
Exactly, and she is truly owning that. I
She
love it.
is.
I love it. Thank
Thank
you so
you,
much.
Charmaine.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That was fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
Yes, it was.
Oh, they are just
I
great.
love it.
If we can just have all three of them just come right back out, just come so that everybody
back,
can get one
ladies.
more sneak peek of you. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Awesome. Awesome.
Beautiful.
I love it. I love it. Again, please go to our website. You can find out more about that fabulous secret and all of her styles at Red Carpet Heels Handbags and Fashion Apparel right here in Chicago. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right, ladies, we are getting ready to have some real talk here. It all has to do with asking yourself, are you really happy? Are you really, really happy right now in your life? It might be the answer to why you're experiencing several things that you're experiencing right now, whether that's depression, whether that's obesity, whether that's anorexia, whatever that is, there may be a reason as to why you're not doing well in your life right now, and it's because you're not happy. I have a general psychiatrist here today, and she specializes in women's mental health. She's going to talk to us today and give you some pointers as to how to actually recognize what's going on with you mentally and how to take control of your life physically. Please welcome to the Mighty Twin Power Chairs, Dr. Rubeena Mian.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to have you here.
Nice being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, this is going to be so exciting. I think this episode is selfish for me because I want to hear all about mental health. I want to hear all about women being happy and then just taking back, control and that kind of thing. And so you are like the perfect person to be here. I just love her. She's awesome, you all.
Well, thank you for having me.
So here's a scenario of a lot of different women that are watching right now. Mm-hmm. Typical situation. They used to be skinny, or they were fit. They felt like they were fit. They were happy with themselves in college, after college, whatever that was. Mm-hmm. They got married, or they got into a long-term relationship. Now they have kids. They were still working out, but for whatever reason, they can't get that baby fat, so to speak, off from that second child. Now other people are saying, ooh, you're getting kind of heavy, or ooh, you got things going on that you're gaining weight. Now they're getting depressed because now they're internalizing things that other people are saying about them. Or there may be things in their backpack that they never resolved. childhood issues, prior relationships where they were getting abused in those relationships, and now they're in new relationships and really just haven't resolved some of those issues. Now they're out of control. They're spiraling out of control and don't know how to get it back.
Okay.
Tell me, is it because they're not happy? Is it because the first and foremost thing that a woman is experiencing is that she does not know or cannot recognize happiness?
Well, that woman is living life, number one, okay? She's living life. So happiness, we know, is relative. Happiness is what you make of it in your life. Women are known to be complicated, right? Freaks. Women are freak shows, you know? So what are we going to do? Nothing. We're going to just honor the fact that we are who we are. And we are very resilient of the sexes. We can expand. We continue to expand. And we don't break. So number one, we have to gain confidence back in ourselves and say, we're not going to break. We're evolving. We're changing. We're making progress. We go through stages. Everybody does. And that's life. So when you come to talk about women and happiness and weight issues, well, weight is known to fluctuate. Okay, some people are going to be heavy set, and others are going to be on the skinnier side.
Right.
Nobody's completely happy either which way. But the fact is if there's ever been an extreme, then that needs to be looked at, because underlying there could be depression. And depression, from my seat, is looked at medically as, is this a biological depression? Or is it just the layman's term that, you know, she's just depressed? Which way? So it serves as a means to decide whether or not this person needs, say, medical treatment, medication routing, or is this something that just, hey, you're here with me, we're going to figure this out kind of approach. So, you know, with that said, the first and foremost caveat for all women is to, once you've had a recognition, a thought that, you know, I'm just off, I'm not where I want to be, well, then you're going to do something about it. And we're going to help you. Should do something about it. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, if fingers have been pointed at you, or, you know, people are pointing it out, a lot of people, you know, don't like that. They get pissed off.
Right.
You know, who has the right to say anything about me? But they register it, and when they're before me, then it's just between you and me. Okay, we can figure it out then. Then maybe it is affecting you, so let's do something about it. And so from there, you know, I believe that everybody can take control of themselves and treat their depression from within, starting in the morning with a smile. Force a smile. Yeah. Nobody's perfect. Nobody has perfect days, you know, that ahead of them or that they've lived through.
Right.
But by forcing a smile, you chemically release endorphins, number one. So that being said, that's a point that I always bring up. I always bring up diet and exercise. It's how you are going to replenish, restore, and, you know, take care of yourself, basically.
Even if it's just a little bit of exercise.
Even if it's just a little bit, absolutely.
You don't have to have an hour. You don't have to have 2 hours of exercise. Just a little. It'll go a long way.
Yep. And then when you talk about happiness, happiness is very, very delicate. It's a complicated topic. But in essence, if you want to regain control of yourself and your happiness, the best tool that I can tell you is to reflect on your life, okay? When we say that, reflect on your life, the human tendency is to reflect on all negatives.
Right.
Okay, because that's what's bogging you down probably, you know, just making you tired and demotivated and not wanting to get out of your bed.
Right.
But your life has positives in it. You have to search for those. Keep them in your hand, in your palm of your hand at all times, and reflect on those. Bring them to your attention in your thoughts. And it could be anything. It could be your hair, Simone. Your hair is much better than mine. You know, that's one for you. You keep that one, okay? I've been told my skin is wonderful. So, you know, I take that.
Right.
Not selfishly, but whatever you can, whatever you know is good about you, hang on to that.
Right.
Because those are the things that are going to pull you up from all of the dismal occurrences that occur in our day-to-day life.
I have all of my affirmations or accolades on my mirror in my bathroom and on the side of my nightstand. So when I wake up, they're right there, and then when I'm getting dressed, they're on the mirror. Because you got to keep looking at it.
You
gotta
have
keep telling
to,
yourself.
and Simone, sometimes it's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
Okay, because you know those little things, and they're all over the stores. You know, you can buy them like crazy. But to buy and possess and to look at is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something much deeper. And it's you know, it's basically an acceptance that this is going to be a form of controlling yourself and nourishing yourself. It's almost like a vitamin that you must give to yourself to keep yourself restored and replenished. And with that, you can move on into anything that might happen to you in your life. You'll be surprised how many chaotic situations one can endure in this lifetime. And you must wake up every morning to wait for more to come, is the way I tell people as they leave my door. Just be prepared.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we got some good information here, ladies. Smile. Smile. It'll be the first thing we do. Do some exercise, no matter what it is. Do just a little bit of exercising. Tell yourself you love yourself. Take that as homework, and I think that will go a long, long way into what we need to do to maintain our happiness, to keep control in our lives. And then don't forget to write down the accolades. She said, use those as a tool. Write down what's good about you. Write down what's been good in your life. Not the negative stuff, but the stuff that you know that has helped you conquer every day and every single day of your life. So before we leave, I want everybody to just force a smile, whether you're happy or not, and just smile. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Personal trainers on this planet that I know about. She is a master certified trainer. She's the owner of Self Fitness Gym in Oswego, Illinois, and she's also one of the lead trainers here at Eat Smart Workout Hard. So come on, y'all, join me in giving some love to Miss Rondi Stickney.
Thank you. Wow.
Welcome. Thank you
Wow.
for coming.
Thank you, everybody. And thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely, absolutely. I gotta have some highly trained professionals on the show here.
I see. And I really like the way you introed me. This is wonderful.
You want me to write that down, make it a proclamation?
Absolutely. Please.
I can definitely do that.
Please, thank you.
So, Rondi, you've had a program, a weight loss program called Dish the Diet. And you've had this program, I guess, like 6-7 years. And so I want to talk about that now. What is it? Give us some inside information on this whole, because, of course, this diet thing has become a fad now.
You know, absolutely. And which is why I designed that program, because I want to teach people that it's not about dieting. It's really about choices. It's about modification and making better choices more often than not. So when I talk about diets with someone, I'm basically teaching them not to diet. I want to show them that if they tweak their behavior and add exercise, that becomes a lifestyle and it's not a short-term fix.
Okay, yeah, it's just almost like when you're on a diet, you get kind of stressed out. You're constantly counting calories. You're
Absolutely.
What am I supposed to do next? What am I supposed to eat? What about the fat? And you're constantly doing that, you're constantly stressed out, but you're not really making it a lifestyle. It's still kind of like homework, so to speak.
Right. The only homework that should happen is if you plan your meals, you're going to be more successful. So instead of going on these diets that, you know, you lose weight and then you become a skinny fat person. And you really want to just modify what you're doing. You want to look at the portion. You want to make sure you're fueling your body. You want to look at the second bad behavior that I found most people do is that they make wrong choices. You know, like they're either like a sugar person, sweet, I love chocolate. Yeah, I'm so bad. Or they like their carbs, you know. And the third worst behavior is late night snacking. So if you modify that behavior, you know, Dana, I found that really becomes a lifestyle, you know, and you're not dieting. You know, the only thing that's really you need to make choices is when you go to the store, you already know what you're going to purchase. you plan your meals, and that way you can make better choices. The last component of Ditch the Diet is teaching people how to exercise at home. They have to exercise. You have to move. There's no way that you're going to stay healthy and keep your weight off unless you're exercising. And that is where a lot of people need to realize that, yes, it's great to do both of them together, and find that niche, find the thing that you enjoy doing.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. See, now we get a good segue into the difference in the Ditch the Diet and some of the weight loss programs out here now is that the unique thing about yours is that you're teaching people a lifestyle of how to maintain this, not just to count the calories to lose 40 pounds and then you're done. Once you lose 40 pounds, you want to continue to maintain at a healthy and sustainable weight that a person can actually do. So I kind of like that. One of the things that I like one of your clients said from Ditch the Diet, they gave a testimony and said, Ditch the Diet worked for me. Rondi encouraged me to commit to being healthy, and I signed up for a year. I lost 100 pounds in 1 year.
Yeah.
And she ran her first 5K race. The workouts and nutrition counseling with weekly pep talks helped keep me motivated, and it was fun. Hard, but fun, and I made good friends too. Now it is just part of my daily routine. And that was from Montru Newman.
She's done an incredible job. I'm so proud of her. And and there's so many more, because they made it a lifestyle. And not that we don't have obstacles that we hit and you can't work out for a week or, you make a bad choice, because that's what really, you have to look that's going to happen. We're going to run across obstacles in our way, but you're going to exercise, maybe later that night, maybe the next day. And when you make bad choices, if I know I'm going to go out for dinner and I want to have dessert, I'm going to make a better choice for my dinner, and then that way I can eat what I want, because it's not fun if we go through life going, oh, shoot, I can't eat that, and I can't eat that. Who wants to be miserable? We need to be happy. We go around the block once, right? You got to live and be happy.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now, you're, like I said, you're one of the lead trainers here at Eat Smart. And I've been seeing a lot of meetings going on, and something's going on with a new home exercise workout program.
Yeah.
Since you're here,
okay,
give me the scoop.
All right. I'm so excited about this program. We have been really working on what's called our daily pump. And what we're doing is we're going to stream, and it's coming out soon, so get ready. But we're going to come to you, so you don't have to, go to a gym. You can stream anywhere you're at, in a hotel, at home, wherever you may be. See, so it's our no excuses program, and that's what I call my Ditch the Diet program. We're going to come right to you. We're really excited. We've got some great workouts that you're going to be doing right in the comforts of your own home.
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew there was something going on. I knew there was something with all these meetings and everything. I knew there was something.
Yeah.
I needed that. So, ladies, as Rondi has said, she said it's not a short-term fix, but it is a long-term solution.
Yeah.
So you got to get on board with this. You have to eat right. You have to exercise. You have to make better choices in what you're doing. And that's when you're going to see the results. Because as I always say, no excuses, just results. If you want to learn more about Rondi, please go to my website, check her out. You can find out more information there. But in the meantime, thank you.
Thank you.
Don't go away, ladies.
Thank you.
I'm coming right back. Whoa! Hello, it's your Travel Genie. And today I'll be sharing another one of my favorite places, Jamaica, man. Jamaica is the third largest Caribbean island next to the Bahamas and Cuba, and it is the largest English-speaking Caribbean island. Jamaica is also one of the most popular spots for destination weddings. I'm actually coordinating travel accommodations for a wedding set for next June. No, not my wedding. When I say that I love Jamaica, that's really an understatement. I love Jamaica so much that I plan to eventually apply for dual citizenship. Yeah, man. So quickly, let me take you to a few places around the island. Kingston is where Bob Marley Museum is located, as well as his original home and recording studio. Buckingham Palace isn't the only place with a changing of the guard. Kingston has one too. Kingston is also known as Pirate Capital. Arr, mateys! You've all heard of Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, Henry Morgan was the most famous pirateer who was also Lieutenant Governor of Jamaica. Yeah, who figure? Next, there's Ocho Rios, the second largest tourist area in Jamaica. Ocho Rios is the magnet for cruise ships, as it is the #1 cruise dock in Jamaica. Bob Marley is also buried there at a place called 9 Miles. And do you remember the movie Cool Runnings about the first Jamaican Olympic team for bobsledding? Well, you too can bobsled in the mountains at Dunn's River Falls. Ocho Rios is also home to the Appleton Estate, where the famous Jamaica rum is harvested. And if you're a James Bond fan, one of the airports is named after the writer of the James Bond novels, Ian Fleming International Airport. His home is now, get this, the Golden Eye Hotel. Moving on to Port Antonio, most famous for a little island off its coast called Navy Island, which was owned by actor Earl Flynn. Earl used to host wild Hollywood parties, and he would shuttle his guests on little rafts between the port and to the island. Remember the Banana Boat song sang by Harry Belafonte? Dale, Dale, daylight coming, I wanna come home. Yeah, that song was also inspired in Port Antonio. The Jamaicans think of Port Antonio as the Little Hollywood because so many movies were taped there. Blue Lagoon with Brooke Shields and Christopher Atkins, as well as Night and Day with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. All in all, Jamaica is a fabulous place for vacations, and most of the resorts are all-inclusive. And for you golf lovers, there are 11 golf courses on the island, which are usually offered free with lessons at most of the resorts. Now, my favorite things to consume in Jamaica, besides the jerk chicken from a push cart, is a beef patty and rum punch. Oh yeah, so yummy. If you want to see more of my photos of my adventures in Jamaica of me and my BFF Angela bobsledding, check out the DanaSimone Show Facebook page or my website. If you missed any of this PSA, as they say in Jamaica, no worries, man. I'll be talking more about Jamaica in future episodes. Ta-ta for now.
My weight loss journey is quite interesting. I grew up here in Chicago, both parents, just normal childhood, never really had any weight issues. It wasn't until I became a teenager that I noticed that my weight was just skyrocketing out of control and was just eating whatever in sight and whatever I could find. It seemed like I really think I had a weight gain issue. After my father passed away, that's when I really started to take a bigger look into my family, and I noticed that most of the women were unfortunately overweight and out of shape, and everybody was on some type of medication, whether it was diabetes or high blood pressure, and I just really knew I did not want to take that route in life. I knew that I needed to change my life, I needed to change what I was eating, and I really needed to incorporate working out in order to change my body. I met my trainer, and I learned more about clean eating and working out, and learned that I could transform my body. And I know that it's hard work, but I know that if I can do this, anybody can do it. It just takes getting up and getting in motion.
Our ultimate transformation story today is Fran Thurman.
Thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for coming. I can't wait for people to hear your story. You know, I was sitting down the other day, and you know we do a transformation story on every one of my shows.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I asked myself, I said, Self, are people going to get tired of hearing about weight loss transformation stories?
I hope not, yeah.
And I was like, maybe not. But then, and I sat there and I thought for a minute, because I really wanted to, you know, tell producer Tony that maybe we shouldn't do these every show.
Right.
But then I realized that there are so many people who are trying to lose weight.
Yes.
Everybody's trying to lose
Every
weight.
day. Mm-hmm.
But everybody doesn't make the connection at the same time.
Right.
So they hear a story this week, they hear a story the next week, but they don't make that connection that day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's when they make that connection that's most important. So we can tell this story 100 times, and it may not be until the 101 time that somebody actually makes the connection. And that's when I realized, no, people aren't going to get tired of hearing these stories.
Right.
These stories are always going to be relevant and good and impactful for somebody. And that's why I'm glad you're here to tell your story, because I know today somebody out there is going to make a connection with you, and they are going to change their life.
I hope so.
They're going to change their life. Absolutely. So tell me your story. Why did you think you needed to lose weight?
Okay, well, it was shortly after my father passed away. That's when I realized that something was wrong in my family. I noticed that most of the women especially were just, like, everybody was overweight. Everybody's beautiful, but everybody's overweight, and everybody's giving and kind and sweet, but I just noticed that something was wrong. Most of the women in my family, like 30 to 40, were on all these medications, diabetes, high blood pressure. And I just knew I did not want to take that route. And at the time, mind you, I was like 18 years old. So I realized that, and I started doing my own research. And by research, I mean I found out, you know, certain foods that I was eating, you know, they could cause these problems down the road.
Right.
And it scared me. And it made me take a look into myself, and I needed to be responsible.
Yeah.
You know, here it is, I'm 18. I can't blame my parents.
Right.
And it wasn't their fault to begin with. They were only teaching me what they knew.
Right.
So yeah, I started doing some research on my own and doing some reading and finding out about meal prepping. And I ended up meeting with my trainer, who I've been with now for I think 5 years. And you know, that kind of got me started, you know, the meal prepping and my own research. And then when I met my trainer, it just skyrocketed off after that. Yeah.
And meal prepping is crucial, because
Yes.
the proportions and, you know, and I
That
talk.
scale.
I know.
That food scale.
It's very crucial. It is definitely crucial. And, you know, when we go to the restaurants, you know, learning how to have portion control it's
Right.
so
Yes.
important. It's definitely important. And like I said, when you know better, you do better.
You do.
And that's crucial in your weight loss journey. So what kept you motivated? You know, a lot of things have happened. You've gone through that emotional stage. It's
Yes.
almost like, you know, the 9 steps of sobriety.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of go through those steps. And so you went through that, you lost your father, you saw your family, you got your trainer. But then what kept you motivated? Because that's not what keeps you motivated. That's just a little push.
That was the start, yeah. So what's kept me motivated is knowing that, you know, I have my family support, because that was key for me. Because I ended up losing a lot of friends on my weight loss journey.
Always happens.
Yes. But knowing that I had my mom and my siblings supporting me, that was huge for me. And then not only were they supporting me, but many of them started to change their lives. You know, my mom loves juicing and making her own smoothies now, and eliminating the salt and getting her little workout in. Yes. So that has kept me motivated. And then also I have some friends that I've helped, like with posing and, you know, certain shows, and they kind of look up to me.
Right.
So that keeps me going, and it keeps me accountable too for myself.
Didn't think you were going to be a role model in all this, did you?
No, never did I think
Like,
that.
I'm just a hometown girl trying to lose some weight.
Right.
I ain't trying to be your role model.
Right.
But it ended up happening that way.
Yes.
But I think that's very, very crucial, and that's what I love about your story, is that you didn't just, you know, you gained a lot of weight, you lost weight, and now you just moved on, and now you're just struggling trying to figure out how you're going to maintain. You're actually giving back.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is extremely important in any weight loss journey, that if you're not giving back, that's the maintenance. You know, people say it's hard to maintain the weight. No, it's not. If you're helping other people, if you're teaching other
Keeps
people.
you accountable.
Absolutely. That is
Yes.
the accountability that any of us need. So that's the part I just love about your story,
Yes.
because that sometimes is not the common thread when you hear about a person's weight loss story. They
Yes.
gained the weight back because what? That karma. You didn't give.
Yeah.
You know, they say, give and it shall be given to you.
Yeah.
You really really have to give.
In abundance, it'll be given
Absolutely.
back. Yeah.
So I definitely appreciate that. And so now this journey has taken you where?
Oh my God. So I've done 5 competitions now. Yes. Thank you.
Really?
5 competitions. My second show, I won my pro card, which means I became a professional in that that federation that I compete in.
Wow.
I've done some speaking engagements, photo shoots. Like I said, I've helped some girls with their posing now. So it's been great. It's been a good journey. It's not an easy journey because it takes for me to stay dedicated and committed, but it's my life now. And that's another thing. I made it my lifestyle.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. And that's huge. I'm so glad you said that because I was going to bring that up. Get out of my head. But it's a lifestyle change. You know, it's not something that you just do just one day. Oh, I'm on a diet for 6 months. Who's on a diet for 6 months? You know, it's like, no. See, that's where the problem is. This is a lifestyle change.
Yes.
And so I'm so glad you said that. That's key. That in meal prep planning, I mean, prep those meals.
Yes, every Sunday.
And stop. You know, I know we were talking in the backstage, and really, who makes 2 meals a day
I know,
for different
right?
people in the family? I'm going to tell you right now, whatever I cook, you
That's
better
what you're
eat.
eating.
Or you better go somewhere else and get
Right.
something to eat. But I can't make 2 meals just because you don't want to eat what I'm eating.
Yeah.
Or you're going to have to go find something else.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, people. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I do appreciate this
I
story.
appreciate
This
you
is
having me.
awesome. This is so awesome. I hope all of you all, somebody out there made a change today because of you.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about Fran, if you want to connect with her after the show, please go to my website. We will answer any of your questions, concerns, any ideas you would like from us. We'll connect with you. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Well. Another episode bites the dust. I can't believe that we are halfway through season 1 already. Yeah. So did you enjoy the mini fashion show? Oh yeah. I loved it. We just proved that sophistication and sex appeal can come in different shapes and sizes no matter where you are in your transformation. Thank you again to all of my guests for today's show. Keisha Sanders Robinson and her models, Dr. Rubeena Mian, Rondi Stickney, and Fran Thurman. Yes, give it up for them. On the next episode, dietitian Dana White is going to do a food demonstration on how to eat smart by making excellent food choices for those 4 to 6 small meals and snacks that you're already eating every day. Plus, I'm so excited to start the new financial literacy segment called Common Sense. Then, life coach Mary Joseph Pierre Bradford will send chills through your body as she gives you some insight to help you step into your greatness and achieve your dreams, despite setbacks and curveballs. And last but not least, prepare for inspiration overload with our incredible ultimate transformation story, Lee Hickenbottom. Lee has 4 kids, including twins, and a body to die for. Her apple bottom will make Nicki Minaj and J-Lo blush. I'm just saying, pray, church. Remember, if you know someone with a great transformation story or you're willing to let me pick your brain in the Mighty Twin Power Chairs, let me know and I'll make it happen. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and Periscope. Or simply type #DoYouBoo. Well, that's a wrap, Transformers. See you soon.